6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Malavarachi, assisted by Sanjay, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. Plans are underway to conduct a follow-up survey on Aswesuma recipients. A court order is issued preventing the removal of Minister Amaravira and others from SLFP posts. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena appreciates the service of Sunday school teachers. The Parliament will meet at 9:30 a.m. today. Sri Lanka extends free visa scheme for 7 countries. Foreign news. Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital in ruins after 2-week Israeli raid. And in sports, it's cricket. Today is the 4th day of the second test match against Bangladesh. Sri Lanka leads by 455 runs. Finance State Minister Shahan Semasinghe emphasized the significant progress made under the leadership of President Ranil Wickremesinghe, affirming his capability to tackle the country's economic crisis effectively. Stressing the necessity of President Wickremesinghe's continued leadership, Semasinghe cautioned against the misconception that anyone could manage the country's affairs, highlighting the unique expertise and suitability of President Wickremesinghe for the task. The Finance State Minister further announced that the following distribution of relief benefits to 2.4 million Aswesuma recipients, plans are underway to conduct a follow-up survey. These statements were made by a State Minister during a press briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre yesterday, focusing on the theme, Collective Path to a Stable Country. Expressing his views further, State Minister Semasinghe said, following the call for applications for the Aswesuma second phase, authorities anticipate receiving around 400,000 submissions. This will complete the provision of insurance for 2.4 million beneficiaries. However, it is important to note that a revaluation survey will be carried out for 3.4 million individuals who applied during the first settlement since last May. Additionally, a comprehensive survey is underway for the newly submitted 400,000 applications. These efforts are aimed at enhancing the selection process to ensure that the subsidy reaches the appropriate recipients. The Colombo District Court has issued an interim injunction order preventing Sri Lanka Freedom Party's Executive Committee from removing parliamentarians Duminda Disanayake, Lasantha Alagiwan and Mahinda Amaravira from their respective positions in the party. The Executive Committee of the SLFP decided to remove the parliamentarians from their respective positions in the party during a special party meeting held last Tuesday. Accordingly, Disanayake was stripped of his post as national organizer, Alagiwan was removed as the treasurer, and Amaravira as the senior vice president. The Dham Guru Appreciation Ceremony 2024, which was organized to appreciate the services of the Sunday school teachers of the Homagama Education Zone, was held at the Maharagama National Youth Service Council Auditorium. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena attended this event. The main problem faced by Sri Lanka today is how to make the future generation law-abiding and disciplined citizens. The children are often led astray along with the technical revolution. The minister appreciated the service by Sunday school teachers to create a well-disciplined future generation of children with gentle thoughts. He further stated that Sunday education cannot be estimated in money. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Parliament will meet at 9:30 a.m. today. The second reading of the proposed Bank Revision Bill and several other regulations, including the Colombo Port City Bill, Economic Commission Act, will be taken up for debate today. Minister of Tourism Harin Fernandes said the pilot project of granting visa-free entry to Sri Lanka for visitors from 7 countries will be extended until the 30th of this month. The minister has explained that a final decision regarding the matter will be taken during the next few weeks of the project. And in October 2023, the Cabinet of Ministers approved visa-free entry for visitors from 7 countries, India, China, Russia, Malaysia, Japan, Indonesia, and Thailand, as a pilot project until 31st of March 2024. Earlier, the Tourism Minister had stated that the purpose of exempting tourists from many countries from visas is to attract more tourists to Sri Lanka. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Sri Lanka has recorded over 635,000 tourist arrivals in the first 3 months of this year. Minister of Tourism Harin Fernando stated that the total tourist arrivals for year 2024 as of March 31st stands at 635,784. Posting on X, Minister Fernando mentioned that Sri Lanka has recorded 209,181 arrivals in the month of March, and accordingly the first 3 months of 2024 have all surpassed 200,000 tourist arrivals. The minister further stated that this is a remarkable turnaround for the country's tourism sector and the economy, and that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB Navy offer valuable gifts and gift vouchers, 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
In Watch Live this morning, the health authorities warn the public to be vigilant over the spreading of leptospirosis or rat fever. Especially, farmers are advised to take precautions in preparing paddy fields for next cultivations. The health authorities point out that many cases of rat fever have been reported from various places in the country, and that came to you in Watch Live.
CIB Navy offer valuable gifts and gift vouchers, 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
Coming up, World News.
The headlines first. Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital in ruins after 2-week Israeli raid. Israeli airstrike destroys Iranian consulate in Syria. And news from Cambodia, hundreds of Indians rescued from cyber scam factories. Israel's military has pulled out of Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City after 2-week raid that has left most of the major medical complex in ruins. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry said dozens of bodies had been found and locals said nearby areas were razed. The Israel Defense Force said it had killed 200 terrorists, detained hundreds more, and found weapons and intelligence throughout the hospital. The Israel forces said it raided Al-Shifa because Hamas had regrouped there. An Israeli strike has destroyed the Iranian consulate building in Syria capital Damascus, killing and wounding several people, Syrian authorities say. A senior Revolutionary Guard commander, Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zaidi, was among the dead, Iranian state media reported. Pictures showed smoke and dust rising from the multi-story building, which was next to the Iranian embassy on a highway in the western Maizeh district. The Israeli military said it did not comment on foreign media reports. The Indian government has so far rescued 250 citizens in Cambodia who were forced to run online scams. They were promised jobs but forced to undertake illegal cyber work, India's foreign ministry said. Recent reports have said more than 5,000 Indians stuck in Cambodia were forced to operate cyber fraud schemes. Hundreds of thousands of people from around the world are estimated to have fallen prey to human traffickers running job scams in Southeast Asia. And back to the headlines of the world news. Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital in ruins after 2-week Israeli raid. Israeli airstrike destroys Iranian consulate in Syria. And news from Cambodia, hundreds of Indians rescued from cyber scam factories. And that ends world news. On to development news. In order to encourage the daily school attendance of school children in remote areas, a total of 500 bicycles were given as a grant from the Japanese Child Fund Organization to Sri Lanka to provide students with the opportunity to attend school continuously. Suitable students between the ages of 12 and 16 have been selected from 108 schools in 12 districts with transportation difficulties such as Monoragala, Putlam and Mullatiu to provide the stock of bicycles that have already been received in Sri Lanka. And that was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
Cricket news. The second test between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh is currently underway at Chattogram. The Sri Lanka team had scored 103 runs for 6 wickets in their second innings at the end of the third day. Bangladesh were all out for 117 runs in first innings trailed by 353 runs. Sri Lanka lead by 455 runs, and that was sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life ekේ change ekata niyamata set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekata niyamata set wenna friendship ekaka menna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Thai Airways is back in operation at the BIA with daily flights between Bangkok and Colombo. Resuming its operations, the first flight arrived at the Bandaranaike International Airport yesterday. The passengers were warmly welcomed with Sri Lanka Tea Board-sponsored English tea shop gift packs, followed by a traditional Kandyan dance performance organised by Sri Lanka Tourist Board. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life ekේ change ekata niyamata set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekata niyamata set wenna friendship ekaka menna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. The deficit in the trade account of balance of payments in February from a year ago on higher imports as the economy normalizes. But it narrowed from a month earlier level significantly due to less spending on fuel imports as the demand had been lower than expected. Sri Lanka imported goods worth $1,378 million and exported goods valued $1,059 million to record a negative trade balance of $390 million for February, nearly 10 times the level of $39 million a year ago, as the economy was under pressure due to limited foreign exchange at that time. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Showers or thunderstorms will occur at several places in the western, southern, Sabarakamu and Uva provinces after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places. Showers or thunderstorms may occur at a few places in the northwestern and central provinces and in the Mannar and Vaunia district in the evening or night. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, central, Sabarakamu and Uva provinces and in the Galle and Mathura district during the morning. That was the weather report, and prior to concluding, the headlines again. Plans are underway to conduct a follow-up survey on Aswasuma recipients. A court order is issued preventing the removal of Minister Amaravira and others from SLFB posts. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena appreciates the service of Sunday school teachers. The Parliament will meet at 9:30 a.m. today. Sri Lanka extends free visa scheme for 7 countries. Foreign news: Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital in ruins after 2-week Israeli raid. And sports is cricket. Today is the 4th day of the second test against Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka lead by 455 runs. Well, with that we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and it's over to Soundi on the other side. A very good morning to you, Soundi, and it's over to you.